So there's different sorts of logic. There's different sorts of reasoning. Let's look at deductive logic for a little bit. Inductive logic is wide and varied and is its own little sticky web to deal with, which I'm not going to deal with at this time. By the way, the most primary example or the biggest exemplar for inductive logic that you probably have heard of are the physical sciences. Right? Physical sciences are great. I'm a fan. Not trying to say otherwise. But, right, the evidence in the physical sciences makes the conclusion more likely to be true, but it's not necessitated. The conclusion can be false. This is not a criticism of the physical sciences. It's a necessity for the physical sciences. And this doesn't mean that you get to just disregard any scientific theory of your life because there's the smallest chance that it could be false. No. I mean, if you're going to disregard a theory or conclusion with the physical sciences, I mean, that's fine. I'm not saying you have to accept the physical sciences, but if you're going to reject any one of these conclusions, if you're going to reject any one of these theories or what have you, be it physics, astronomy, astrophysics, medicine, biology, right? Then you have to provide a better argument than what's been given to you, what's been presented to you. Right? Or at the very least, be able to figure out where there's a flaw in their own experiment. Right? Which necessitates, by the way, two things. You have to be able to figure out the evidence, right? And then figure out, if you're going to say, and then figure out how that evidence fits together to reach that conclusion. If you're going to reject any given conclusion in whether it's a physical sciences or even deductive logic, right? You have to either point to an error in the evidence, like one of the pieces of evidence is false, or right, the evidence wasn't put together properly in the proper form of argument. And if you can't do that, I know you're just being stubborn, but that's not the use of reason.